All right, what's up, everybody? This is going to be my final Project Purple Steel video for a little while. Kind of reached the conclusion of the experiment, so just kind of wanted to go over the kind of conclusions and findings and everything, with starting off kind of experimenting with this deck style. So here's the final list I ended up with after making changes. Doc is an incredibly powerful card. A lot of the aggro decks that are going around right now are all kind of Doc based and steel based, but Doc is the truth. Go wide super well. The draw power is amazing. Bouncing it is really unfair. Really, really great card. Rose, tried out Rose. Another really great card. The instant Lorgain is fantastic. Lawrence, was good as well, but the liability that Lawrence presented was always rough. Still like the Tinkerbell package. Still like being able to ship Tinkerbell. I feel like that's another pretty unfair thing to be able to do, but you got to have the right meta, the right kind of deck makeup and matchup makeup to make that really powerful. Ended up settling on just 4 strength and taking out kind of the 1x of the other random removal. Strength is amazing. Like turn 4 drop. And then sing strength with a 3 drop you played the turn before, and ideally if you got a full board, being able to like shoot down a genie or something is really, really good. That wins a lot of games. Maxed out on the 1 drops, maxed out on Calhoun, even though it's 3, that's kind of the most you'd want to play in this deck. Love the 3 crab. Crab and fox and the 1 drops together is so solid. So really great deck. And then you kind of got your Genie, Belle, Elsa trio here to kind of back everything up. So really, really, really fun deck overall. But this is kind of the final iteration that I felt most comfortable with. It was lowest to the ground. No cards that are liabilities. In even like stuff, something like Library was something I wanted to try, but I actually played with it a little bit. And just again, it just wasn't enough for me to feel like it was necessary inclusion over all of these core cards that are always very, very solid. So just to kind of go through some conclusions here. So the core. The biggest parts of this deck really are, Smee and Calhoun, your killer 2 drops. Genie and Elsa, those are the big power, 4 and 5 drops there. Bounce package, very obvious. That's why you're playing purple. And then for me, the draw drops, like all those 12, 1 drops, just like work together so well. They work so well with Crab. They work so well with Fox. They draw you cards. They can challenge. They can put on pressure. They're just like, that's an incredibly solid core. The 2 drops of Calhoun and Smee, amazing. Calhoun on the draw is an extremely good card. It's just so good at like challenging back your opponent's characters, and I mean, this is all obvious what I'm saying, but like being able to like play on the draw, play catch up, and still gain lore is just another kind of thing that feels unfair sometimes. So just really strong. The rest of these cards, they just speak for themselves. It's like Genie's one of the most powerful cards in the meta right now. Combining that with Elsa is just a natural thing. So the core of this deck is extremely solid. And while it might feel like a fair deck, you have great matchups into just about everything. It's like you're not out of the game in any matchup. So really, really, really great deck. It's been fun playing it. So where's the unfair? This is like something I always care about when it comes to decks I play, is like, what am I doing that's unfair that gives me such a great advantage to win? And bouncing Doc, extremely unfair thing to do. Like when you get into the later game, turn 6, 7, whatever. If you're out of cards and you play Doc and draw 2, and then you're able to draw into like a snake, and then you bounce Doc and then play it again and draw another 2, like chaining Docs that way is incredibly unfair. You get to go super wide. You get to get all your instant lore with the roses and the goats, and that's like a big reason to play this deck is bouncing Doc. Bouncing Pete, another really, really great thing to do. It's great against Ruby Sapphire. It can be great against plenty of other decks, but bouncing Pete and keeping them off actions for multiple turns in a row so that they're just playing characters can be very unfair against a lot of decks. So, that's the unfair that this deck offers, is bouncing Doc, bouncing Pete. Everything else is extremely fair. You're just playing characters and challenging, and you got your little bounce package and the 1 drops that draw you cards, but like nothing broken there. It's a very, very fair deck. But the unfair lies in bouncing Doc, bouncing Pete. The only other thing I might add in there is like I said earlier, like it's incredibly good to go 1 drop, 2 drop, 3 drop, and then on turn 4 drop, and then sing strength and take something out. That's really good. Huge tempo play, which is why I'm up to 4 strength now, and I don't really care about the rest of the removal. So there's some great aspects of this deck, but again, I found this this to be one of the most challenging decks to play. There's so many different lines constantly, what to play when, what to lean into, how many turns to look ahead. Mulligans, aren't too difficult, but, doing your, hand alterations can be something you need to get down for sure. And I struggled while playing this deck. It's like you saw, it's like as I did these videos, it's like going 3-2, 3-2, going 5-5 in my 10 match reports and stuff like that. It's like it was me getting the hang of it, and it was a lot of challenges. What's next? Continued deck exploration. I wanted to do this Purple Steel project because I like this color combination. I like all the cards. I wanted to learn to play this deck well because I know it's so difficult. And the purple package is, as you hear a lot, is like when you do like purple mirrors in any way, it's like, okay, who knows how to use the bounce package the best? Who's best with the purple cards is going to win that match. That's just a core dynamic of Lorcana that I really wanted to learn and get better at. And I think that I, took some good steps in that sense. But I'm going to play other decks. I want to try Ruby Sapphire because it's kind of the boogeyman at the moment. I want to try Amber Steel Aggro because it's kind of the premier aggro deck at the moment. I want to try Ruby Amethyst. Like I want to try all these things and learn my fundamentals and get the foundation of this game down so I can be a stronger player. Want to do more coaching. I was fortunate enough to get to do a coaching session with JDRR about Purple Steel, which is very illuminating. I got a lot of things confirmed in terms of my thoughts with the deck, and then got to learn a lot of kind of core ideas of how the meta is shaping up, and also just core strategies for playing this deck. So I cannot recommend it more to do a coaching session with JDRR or other coaches for decks that you like. Don't be so confident that you don't think you can learn from other people. I'm a grown man. I'm 40 years old, and I'm going to take coaching from whoever is out there just for the sake of learning and getting better. And then competitive play is the next thing for me. It's like, set champs are coming up. I'm not going to be doing any LCQing for NA Continentals or anything, but I'm going to be looking for that DLC schedule to come out. But I'd like to get some set champ playmats. I would like to get ready to play in some higher, person events and look towards the next DLCs. So just to kind of cap things off, nice little report here. My final 10 games went 7-3. Got up to a 1444 rank in Fight Club, and it was a nice way to finish out strong. I was happy to get to a higher rank over the course of playing this game. I played Purple Steel for 60 matches or more, I'm sure, and was slowly and steadily able to climb my way up to these ranks. But just to kind of show, you're going 7-3 out of 10, I'm very happy with that win rate, especially at this, rank level in the 1400s. So, again, it's a fair deck. It's like you're going to lose. I got to be okay with losing. I got to learn from it, and I got to try to put strings like this together. So, very grateful to have ended on a nice little record for the final 10 matches. Thank you all for your support and watching. Loved being able to interact with some folks in the comments and on Discord and everything. So I look forward to being a part of the Purple Steel community. I look forward to playing this deck more. I'll do some updates here and there, but for me, look to see a new project soon for a new deck type. So I'm going to do another kind of 50 plus matches with another deck, learn some fundamentals, probably get some coaching. And kind of again earn my chops, earn my own bad beats, and get better at this game. So hope you all have a good holiday. Really enjoyed doing this. I'm looking forward to making more. So hope to see you all at some matches. All right, peace.